In Christchurch on the main field, field number 1, broadcasting today by Vicky and commentary from Mike. Here up on the stands, in the grandstands, final game slot of the day on field number 1, a 75-minute game from 5. In the black shirts we have Bandits from Hutt Valley. And the white shirts today playing from the left, we have Hammertron from Hamilton. Slight breeze here, going from right to left. I would declare my bias up front. I have some involvement in the with the Bandits team. The son in there, and obviously know all the players in there, and have been involved with helping manage and get them here. So I know all their names, so I'll talk about their names a lot. I have a list here of the Hammertron players. I don't recognise most of them, so I'll be relying on seeing their numbers to make commentary comments about them. So welcome to the game. This is the last game of the day. It's like Hammertron are looking to pull. I think that's Lucas pulling from Hammertron. Jack Doyle, number 25, with a disc now. To centre it across to Josh Van Bergen. Back to Josh in the bright orange shoes. Those are really bright. Jack Doyle, oh, he looked long, held back, nicely held back. A bit of a two-man zone that they're running at the moment, Hammertron, on the handler. Sheridan with the disc now. Long pants, it must be warm. Oh, Sheridan pushing past. And Josh passing it on to Tane Rolf. He was out that tried to hold his ground, defending against Sheridan. I see his number in a minute. 86 must be Taki. Didn't call a foul on it though. So that's 1-0 to Bandits. They'll be happy with that start. Retaining possession. I think this would be a very close game. Hammertron, I think, are seeded 4th or 5th, and Bandits seeded 6th. So it should be a close game. I'm not sure what Hammertron's results have been. I'll find that out soon. I know that Bandits have won 2, lost 1. Just lost to Groot, 12, 13-8. But won the other 2 games today. Beautiful day here in Christchurch today. Few high clouds, but nothing to speak of. I'm pleased to be in the shade for this broadcast. Had nothing sun for today. Aiden Brown with the disc at the moment, looking to pull. Yeah, he's got a good pull on him, Aiden, for being, he's only 17. Caught by, who was that from, I think? Downey with the disc at the moment. A little bit his own look from Bandits. 22, looking for that disc, and yeah, easy goal from 16, Ian. Oh no, it wasn't in. It was Ian playing to Downey for the goal, 1-0. Not sure how effective that zone was by Bandits. Hey. A straightforward goal by Hammertron. They held serve as well. Hammertron, the established club in Hamilton, and Bandits, a new club based on the Hutt Valley High School Old Boys in the Hutt Valley. Came to Nationals last year here and performed beyond their expectations as what they were called last year. It wasn't Bandits. But here today as Bandits. You see their kit is stuck in customs. A lot of ringing around yesterday to try and get the kit out of customs. So their beautiful new kit they haven't got. So they've had to rely on their old high school team uniforms. A bit unfortunate, but there you go. So picked up by Vincent McQueen in the backfield, looking to sort of move it to Sheridan to control the disc. Sheridan with the disc now, back to Vincent McQueen. Bit of a zone look again. Oh, and dropped by Sheridan. That's unfortunately, quite unfortunate. And an easy goal on Hammertron. 2-1 to Hammertron. Unfortunate drop there, close to the end zone. Not sure what happened there. Hammertron will be happy with that. And Bandits not quite so happy with that, obviously. Hammertron must be pretty happy with their zone so far. Has worked reasonably effectively for them in this game. Not sure how it's gone the rest of the day, but certainly there's a score there against the. There was a break, so they'll be happy with that. Hammertron signalling ready to throw the disc. That's Lucas with the disc. Lucas Woolcock, I think. Yeah, that's a good call again from Lucas. I think that's going up the back though. Yeah, went up the back. So that means you can take it from the brick mark, which is 16 metres in front of the end zone line. In the middle of the field. So it's a fine line between throwing it far enough and not too far. We want to be cognizant of that when we're throwing it with the wind. Oh, a bit of a horizontal look from a high throw from Josh Van Bergen, looking to bend. But a really good defensive poke from that must have been Lucas. And looking to score at the other end, same one-on-one matchup. Well, it was actually a two-on-one matchup that time. Ooh, he's calling a foul. Not sure what that was about. Lucas calling a foul on Sheridan. Two players get to discuss it and work out what's going on. So asking for perspectives from the other players. It was a 2-on-1 call. I think the turnover stands, so the foul was retracted. Sheridan across to Scott Sider. Oh yeah, Higher there marking Sheridan out of the game for that point anyway. Over to Jack Doyle. Went out. Ben Swanson couldn't quite keep that disc in. He's trying to do some fancy footwork with it. Disc with Hammertron now. That's Alex with the disc at the moment, centering it across to Mahia. Mahia, I think it is. Mahia with the disc again, marked by Josh Van Bergen. Looking to get that disc in the middle of the field, did that well, but jammed it in too hard and the disc was turned over. Jack Doyle with the disc, bringing it up to the line. Looking to steady it down a little bit for call there that Josh, I don't know what the call was. Moving the disc freely now by Tane Rolf, and Tane looking, he's jammed it too far. Tane jammed it too far for Ben Swanson. Didn't hold up in the wind. He was hoping it would hold up in the wind, but it didn't. So that's another turnover. Lucas Wilcott bringing the disc back in on the far side. Lucas putting it down the line. That's Mahia with the disc now. Open man there in the end. Nicely caught one-handed, and a nice pass by, I don't know who that is, I don't have his number. I think it was caught by Connor. Not sure who passed that. Anyway, it's, what's that, 3-1. 3-1 to Hammertron, gone out to an early lead. That's 2 breaks they've made. A couple of mistakes there from Bandits. Just been thrown out on the sideline on that last point, resulting in a turnover, and then Hammertron converting. Hammertron will be pretty happy with that start. Bandits not so happy. Long way to go. I think this might be the windiest field. Field 1. The breeze from right to left. Probably 10 k's an hour. Nothing significant, but certainly you'll notice it. Especially when the disc gets up high. Another pull from Lucas, and just going out onto the sideline, so it's been taken from the sideline where it went out. A specific ploy from them, no doubt, to actually get the disc into the sideline to force the team into that sideline. You can see they've tried to trap them there. Sheridan getting that disc off to Theo Moore. Moore circulating that disc back to Curtis, across to Sheridan. Got it off the sideline now, so that's the main thing. Trying to re-establish possession. And of course Hammertron trying to force it back towards the sideline. A bit of a 1-2 happening there to sort of try and keep that defensive look moving. Across to Curtis, to Theo again, across to Sheridan, who'll be looking to move it across this side. Across to Ollie Swanson. Ollie centering it back to Sheridan. Sheridan to Tane Rolf, they've played a lot together over the years. Tane Rolf, great to see him back playing again. Into Theo Moore. Into Sheridan, who's pushing it out towards Ollie Swanson. Putting the disc right out in front of him. That's the secret in this game, is to put the disc way out in front of your player so the player can actually run onto the disc. That's 3-2. 3-2 to Hammertron. So Bandits held their serve on that one. Played reasonably well on that point, I thought. No bias, I've got both eyes open. That'll be the defence that wins the game, of course. The defence from Bandits looking to turn that disc over now. So it's interesting to see what they can pull out of the bag to try and force Hammertron to turn the disc. A few players taking a break from Hammertron. So in the first 3 or 4 points, they had some fairly consistent lines on there. Taking a bit of a break now. Hammertron team must be the offensive lineup, looking to retain possession and keep the score. Tom Curtis, familiar as the pulling king in the game, knows how he didn't get it nearly as far as he usually has been getting it. So the wind has picked up a little bit, and travel called on number 95. That's Vaughan. Vaughan with the disc at the moment, so he had to go back to where he was called a travel on. Vaughan running up the line now, getting the disc again and putting it long. So I think he put it too long. Yeah, that's out to back. So turnover from Hammertron. Pressure brought to bear on that one. So Bandits would be happy with that turnover. Valley Cats, that was the name from last year. They were called Valley Cats last year as part of an offshoot of the Wildcats club in Wellington. This year they've gone for a completely new name, along with their new kit. Kit didn't arrive though. So Irwin stuck in the backfield there, and very good defence from Downey. Downey forcing that turnover from Irwin. Great defence. He was all over Irwin that time. And Vaughan with the disc again, easy jamming it into the sideline with Ian scoring Ian in bright blue shoes. Easy to see. In fact, there's two players with bright blue shoes. It was Ian though that scored that goal. So 4-2. 4-2 to Hammertron. Again, result of very good defence from Downey. Very good pressure on the disc, forcing an error from Bandits. Keep going to call them Panda. There is a relevance there. Panda is the shirt that they were wearing when they were in white. The Bandits team. Beautiful shirt developed by Tyler Titoff Smith. Thank you, Tyler. Unfortunately, Tyler couldn't make it. Call out to Tyler for his great work that he's done in helping prepare this team. He called in with a positive COVID result yesterday. So very disappointed he's not here. Hopefully he's watching this live stream and watching his mates out there play, performing. Pull from Lucas again, from Hammertron. That's a good pull. Hanging quite high in the air. It's going to come back a little bit with that wind. Another crash in midfield. Sheridan picking up the disc, looking to reset it. Across to Vincent McQueen. Vincent McQueen back to Sheridan. They played a lot together, of course, as well. Mistake there, putting that disc down, or a bad throw, or whatever it was. Anyway, they've turned it over. Alex with the disc at the moment, looking to sort of circulate that disc, and it was a turnover. Couldn't quite hang on to that disc, and Josh Van Bergen looking to quickly push that disc through, but he came back on it. Tane Rolf looking for that long shot, wasn't there. Van Bergen back to Tane Rolf. Tane looking to, didn't hit it long, he saw Sheridan going long, and he's hit it long. Couldn't quite get to it though, he was just inches away, didn't lay out for it, so he obviously didn't think he had an option for getting it. Really close, the wind just picked up that disc slightly and took it away. Man defence from Bandits. Sheridan, oh nice throw by Lucas, up to Alex. Alex with that disc, looking long, he held it back though, that was a wise move, up to Taki. Taki with that disc in the middle, centering it. Oh, nice control, Taki. Back to Alex. Alex looking up the line, not happening. Back to Lucas. Lucas in control. Back to Taki. Oh, no, it was a little bit too low. It was pushed down by the wind. Bad luck, Taki. Sheridan with that disc again onto Van Bergen. Controlling it back in the middle. Horan got through in the middle somehow. Centering that disc. Vincent McQueen. Back to Sheridan. Nothing happening downfield. Hamish Horan with the disc again. Looking for options downfield. Sheridan in the power position. No, it's not happening. Nothing there. Looking for a hammer. Nothing. Hamish Horan back with the disc. Looking off Van Bergen. Vincent McQueen attacking that disc. Vincent to Sheridan. And Sheridan to Tane Rolf. Great combination there, McQueen, Sheridan, Rolf. They've been playing together for about 10 years, believe it or not. They're only in their early 20s, 23, 24, those those men. They've been playing since they were year 9 at Hutt Valley High School, so they've got a lot of years under the belt playing together. Sheridan and Tade Rolfe hitting it off well there. Vincent McQueen as well. The band's back together. That must be 5-3. 4-3. 4-3. Oh, good. Yep. Bandits have pulled that back a bit. That was a break. Cooled down a little bit here in the shade. Must be only 15 or so degrees in the shade. Quite a lot warmer out there in the sun. Bright sun. Probably was a timeout called by someone. Scores 4-3. 4-3 to Hammertron. Bandits have got a bit more control over the last couple of points, I think. But again, both eyes open. Not sure who called the timeout there. I didn't see that. Coach, you can see in the dark team Bandits there at number 6, Zaz. Zaz has played top-level club ultimate in the States some years ago. He is now he's playing coaching for with Bandits along with Elliot Linforth Hall. Zaz is the man on the ground here today, though. A maths professor from the States. Currently has been in New Zealand for the last 2 years with his family, escaping COVID and lecturing his students back in the States. I think he's looking to go back to the States in July. But meanwhile, he has brought something exceptional to the team, Bandits. A level of preciseness that wasn't there last year when they were Valley Cats. Also helped ably by Elliot Linforth Hall, who was a mentor to many of these players he has been involved in many of these players since they were 13 or 14. Elliot unfortunately couldn't be here. He's over in the UK at the moment. So regards to Linforth, to Elliot. So a lot of background information I've got on these Bandits. Tom Curtis with the disc. Reed Paul. (4-3) to Hammertron. Hammertron have got the wind of this particular point, and they're receiving. They've got their hand out to indicate they're ready. The Bandits need to sort of to get that disc down there. They've only got 90 seconds, I think it is. Disc up in the air by Tom Curtis. You can see that it has caught the winds quite substantially and has come back. So not a great deal of ground gained by Tom on that throw. That wind has picked up, especially higher up. Has Hamish with the disc now on to Kent. Kent's got that disc now. Back to Hamish. Hamish, a great proponent of the scoring methodology. So easy goal for the Hammertron there, 5-3. You can see how much of an advantage is if you get a decent pull and can get it down to the end of the field as far as possible, and then doesn't quite go as far. You're at a severe disadvantage. The attacking team then doesn't have that far to work it up the field. Tom won't be happy with himself about that pull, but over the day he has been pulling exceptionally. That was caught by the wind. Lucas Wilcock again with the pull. He seems to be the specialist pull. He knows how much lower he get that disc. So obviously it's got windier out there. Sheridan with the disc now, centered across to Jack Doyle. Hammertron playing a bit of a zone there, or quite a bit of a zone. Sheridan trying to get 3 of Manai. He did so. Very quick pass on to Jack Doyle. He's trying to get away quickly. Nothing happening. Back to Theo Moore in the middle of the field. I think they're back on a zone onto the man look now. Into Scott Sider with that beautiful hairstyle. Some people would call it beautiful. Scott would call it beautiful. Not many others actually. Jack Doyle with the disc in the middle of the field. Nicely caught and attacked by Tane. Tane to Jack. Jack looking for the 1-2 with Tane, not happening, but saw the opening. Tane Rolfe pulled the defenders away. All the defenders chased Tane Rolfe, leaving Vincent McQueen open in the midfield to score a point. 5-4 to Hammertron. So a nice hold. After a couple of early breaks by Hammertron, I think Bandits have got their mojo back a little bit and a little bit more steady, especially with the wind. We'll see who manages to break here. I think with the increase in the wind's going to play a greater role. So breaking upwind is going to be important to see if anyone does that. So Bandits throwing into the wind, and Hammertron playing with the wind on this point. Aidan Brown with the disc down there, ready to throw the ball. Youngest player in the team at only 17. It's just a warm-up tournament for him for next week at school nationals. Oh, that's a very good pull from Aidan. Making 3/4 of the way down the field. Good hang time. Crossed to number 90, he picked it up, that's Kent. Ian in the blue shoes, back to Kent. Crossed to Downey over on this side, on the sideline. Zone look from Bandits. I'll have to be quicker at getting that zone across there though. They can't dilly-dally. If you've got a zone, you've got to be quick to get that mark on, otherwise the zone is easily broken. They're easily broken between Hamish and Ian, it was. Again, bursting through the middle. Now, you would have to say that that zone hasn't been that effective. Easily broken, easily scored against. 6-4. Someone should pass some words down to that Bandits team about the effectiveness of their zone. Maybe it's the timeout called now by the coach, Zaz. Zaz pointing the finger. Oh, was that half time, was it? What's the score?
6-5. Oh, 6-4.
6-4. I think it's only 6-4. I don't think it's half time. Yeah, half time at 7. Unless we've got it wrong. So there's a possibility there that Bandits are just questioning whether they play that zone. Half time, we must have missed the point there somewhere. That's 7-4. Sorry about that. Got your hopes up here at home. So 7-4, that's half time to Hammertron. He must have missed a point there somewhere along the lines. He must have been asleep on the job. Some great games here today at Punawai. Still a lovely day. It has cooled down here in the shade. I think it's still quite warm out here in the sun. Right, we'll just take a couple of minutes break to rest the voice. Back on here at Ngā ground number 1. Half time 7-4. Hammertron keen to get going again. They've got their tails up. They are keen to get this game done. Bandits, a few more things to say. Sort out their game plan. Wind has picked up slightly, probably sort of 10 to 15 kilometres an hour now. Just a little bit more breezy. You see the shirts flapping over there. Still not bad wind by Wellington standards, but it's windy just the same. And you notice it with the longer throws, especially if they get any air time, they are not quite as easy into the wind. The Bandits team there getting underway again. Bandits be looking to pull this back. I can't remember who's got disc. I think Hammertron throwing to no. Both teams have got a disc in their hand. It looks like actually Bandits throwing to Hammertron. So Hammertron starting off on offense. The Bandits defensive lineup on. Theo Moore with the ball this time. Mixing it up a bit. Let's see how he goes, throwing that into the wind. That's a good solid pull again into that wind. Picked up by Hamish. Chased down by Theo, didn't quite get to it. Back to Hamish, centering it in the middle. And Hamish across to Downey, number 22. Oh, down at Downey, faked that hammer throw into Hamish in the middle again. Ian, just there in the blue shoes. Back to Hamish. Hamish, Downey and Ian looking to handle that disc and moving it quietly up the field. Looking up the line. Nice move up the line there. Beat his man. Yes, just got that. That was, not sure who that was. Connor, maybe. And an easy, oh no, it wasn't easy in the end. This went just a little bit too far. Ian didn't quite get his hands to it. Blame the wind again for just pushing that disc a little bit too far for him. So Bandits looking to reset that disc again to Mark Beathan in the end zone. To Hamish, not Hamish, Ian Curtis. Tom Curtis. And Josh Van Bergen doing a juggle on that disc. Robert Irwin looking to score the greatest catch ever, misses it, and back into Hammertron possession. Call on the field somewhere, not sure where that was or when that was. Tom Curtis has got something to say over here on this side. Not sure what his call is. No signals coming from the field. Missed that. Still no signals coming. I'm not sure what happened there. It happened with the instant replay, but instant replay seems to be a bit faulty. So turnover stands, it looks like. I'm not sure what happened. Hamish looking to come back and get that disc. Maybe it was a travel call, not sure anyway. Disc is with Hammertron. Hamish looking to move that disc off that side. He's jamming it long. just over the top of Theo Moore, beaten by Ian on that particular occasion. Ian passing the disc onto, I think that's Vaughan that scored. That is 8-4. Players saying it's very warm down there in the sun. A lot of heat in that sun still. Up here in the shade, on the shady side of the field, it's quite chilly. Southerly wind coming through, 10 to 15 k's an hour, which is keeping us with the jersey on. Hammertron team working up the strengths down there. It'll be interesting to see if they keep their zone going, especially with Bandits playing with the strong wind on this point. So see what defensive look that Hammertron come down with. I think that's Alex from memory with the disc, looking to pull, hand up, ready to go. Yeah, and getting it to about the same distance that Theo got it on that last pull. Picked up by Van Bergen to Irwin, Van Bergen to Sheridan. Sheridan looking to jam it down somewhere, holds it back. Jack Doyle moving into the centre of the field to Irwin. Irwin centering that back to Sheridan, to Van Bergen. Van Bergen taking the easy options. Sheridan with a hammer, that's not an easy option. Just over the head of Tane Roll. Didn't quite read that. The wind kicked it up a bit, I think, and just took it a little bit over the top of Tane. Tane is, doesn't look it from here, but he's over 6'2". He's a very good receiver. Didn't quite get it high enough for that one though. Taki. Bring that disc back to the line. Marked by Vincent McQueen. Taki, a bit of a stalwart of Hamilton Ultimate. Looking to move that disc around across to Mania. That disc up to Alex. 77, oh that's Mania, sorry. 77 is Mania. Take with the disc, back to Alex. 99 is Lehigh. So I've got that wrong. Jack Doyle getting the disc in the end zone, swatting it down, forcing the turnover. Sheridan and Doyle looking to move quickly, not happening. Sheridan looking to move the disc back into the middle of the field to Irwin. Setting it down a bit. Van Bergen, lucky that Mania didn't come back and poach that disc. To Sheridan. Sheridan looking for options in the end zone, looking for Scott Sider down there in the corner. It wasn't happening though. Irwin all the way across the field to Jack Doyle, who skied just about as high as those lights up there to pull it out of the sky. And it was that catch that scored that goal. Jack Doyle saving that by getting up so high, moving it on to Vincent McQueen, who then moved it on to Sheridan. Score. 8-5 is the score. You can see that Bandits are working harder to score than Hammertron. Hammertron scoring downwind has been reasonably straightforward so far. But probably an indication of the strengths of the teams and how well they're going today. We'll see how this downwind point goes for Hammertron. Tom Curtis back with a disc. He'll be looking to get that disc as far down the line as he far down the field as he possibly can. And notice how much lower he kept it this time. That's number 78, Finn, and it's Vaughan with the disc at the moment. Trying to move that disc backwards and forwards. Hamish lost his hat, racing back to get that disc and putting it down the field. Not sure who caught that, but he's putting it into the end zone. Oh, and the pressure from Tom Curtis there. Credit that one to Tom Curtis, that turnover. Tom quickly taking the disc without taking it up to the line, so the Bandits are back in their own end zone, putting pressure on themselves there. Still haven't worked it out of the end zone. Ben Swanson moving it up the line to Hamish. Hamish Horan lost to Theo Moore. Oh, went the wrong way. Disc went the wrong way. Went behind the player instead of in front of the player. Run through D from Ben Swanson, but a foul called by Hamish, I think it is over there. Hamish explaining why it was a foul. He thinks that, what he's saying, I think that Ben Swanson pushed him as he came through, and that meant that Hamish couldn't catch the disc. I'm sure what Ben is saying is that, oh, I didn't touch you at all when I went past, and if I did touch you, it wasn't until you actually really dropped the disc. Or I got a hand to it maybe and to push that disc away. So I have the replay here for you, so I can't really make a call on what happened there. It's too close to call. Ben is signalling that it was a foul, but it's not contested, so the disc goes back to Hamish. Possession with Hamish. Up to Ben to check that disc back in. As soon as he touches the disc is back in, disc is live again. Good defense from Bandits there, around that front of the end zone. But Hamish, with all his wiliness, managed to score. Hamish keeping his cool there. And scoring in the end zone. That makes it 9-5 to Hammertron. Hammertron got a good lead on. Haven't been any upwind points for a while, I don't think since half time anyway. So an indication of how the game is going. So if they keep trading point for point, there's not going to be, Hammertron will have the game. So it's really up to Bandits to try and break Hammertron when they're going downwind. And of course, Bandits need to retain position and score when they've got the disc going downwind and they're receiving like they are now. Another call from Lucas. That one went a bit high, so the man's pushing it back a bit. Picked up by Jack Doyle, back to Sheridan. That combination again. Sheridan looking to see what Tane Rolf's doing over on this sideline. Nothing happening. Tane's not doing anything, but Sheridan looking to position himself for that fast cut and the power throw. Josh Van Bergen trapped a bit there on the sideline. Sheridan lucky to juggle it, looping it across field to Ben. That was Mania that got onto that disc and pushed it down. Great defensive effort from Mania. Mania with the disc again. Not sure who that is with the disc. Steadying the disc, trying to get back to Mania in the midfield. 69, I think that's Alex. It's not. It's Alex running back. Oh, yes, Sheridan forcing the error, putting the foot in the air, putting pressure on the player, wanting to quickly take it, nothing happening, looking for something happening in the end zone, pushing it across to the far side to Scott Sider, who was calling for the disc. And Scott Sider pulling that catch down, not an easy catch to make. It was a bit of a blade, A lot of angle on that, and you saw that the wind could easily take that sort of throw, but Scott Sider pulled that down for the goal. 9-6. Bandits retaining their goal. A simple game now. Bandits need to force the turnover, playing into the wind. Hammertron need to retain possession. They need to play it easy, retain possession going with the wind. Hey, man. Aidan Brown with the disc again, ready to pull. Again, just great confidence booster for him, giving the opportunity to pull. Very good throw into that wind. Picked up by Kent, thrown down to Hamish. Hamish putting it long. Oh, couldn't quite get to it. The scoring. Plucked out of the air by Ian. So another easy goal. You can see that Hammertron aren't taking any prisoners going downwind. They are trusting themselves to take those long discs, putting it long and pulling it down. 10-6. 10-6 to Hammertron. I sense that they are cruising a bit now, Hammertron, just playing those downwind points with ease. They're looking for the upwind turnovers, of course, if they can. Not too worried if they can't get them. Bandits at the other end, looking to retain possession, looking to score on those downwind points. Wind has definitely got up, 15 k's an hour now. See the shirts billowing a little bit. Not a Wellington wind yet. Not a Canterbury nor'wester. Still breezy. Pull southerly. Lucas looking to make the pull. Do a bit of a roller. So make that disc roll and put it out. They've done this a couple of times actually. Trying to keep that disc over there on the sideline. Bit of a zone look. Out to Sheridan, getting it off the sideline. Out to Zaz. Zaz on for a point. Zaz getting it back to Sheridan. Moving it across to Vincent. McQueen. Sheridan, I wonder what he's going to do here. See? Oh, blade throw to Tane Rolf. Couldn't quite take it. Those are hard catches to make, those blades. Those angled throws are quite hard to catch, especially in that wind. So Hammertron now will be just looking to take that disc up and score. But caught in the wind. It shows you what that wind's doing. Turnover by Hammertron with Tane Rolf on the far side. Tane will be looking to move it to Vincent McQueen. Vincent McQueen takes that disc down quite easily. Trying to pin Vincent over on that far sideline. Zaz coming back to help him and get him out of trouble. His all count must have been high. Number 52 on Vincent, that's Jaden. Jaden doing an excellent job on Vincent McQueen. Managed to get it away. Crossed to Tane Rolf, who looked for the hammer. But unfortunately threw it straight into the hands of the team. And a quick turnover, Sheridan into Hill. Bandits have a philosophy that if the disc turns over, they pick up that disc as fast as they possibly can and get it moving. And we saw a good example of that then. He just turned over, Sheridan picked it up immediately and jammed it straight down to Jack Doyle, who was poaching down there in the end zone, ready for it. Great goal from Bandits. See the shadows creeping across the field, must make the photography harder. Light and dark. As the disc, so the shadows just on the field now. Slowly creep across the field. It's a harder timeout called by one team. I didn't see who it was. So just giving themselves a bit more time to sort of get organised. I think it must have been Bandits who called the timeout. I'm not sure, but it looks like it was Bandits who called the timeout. They were more organised. And I think it'll be pretty simple messages, very simple messages from here, as I've said. It's anyone that scores upwind is going to be, that's where the break points are going to come from. Very hard to do that now. Especially at the end of the day when it's, this is the fourth game for both teams. So they've been playing Ultimate for 5 hours or close to 6 hours today. A lot of running. So to break serve going upwind is going to be a big call to make. It's going to be a big effort to make. So any team that does that, will be doing well. I see some cramps coming in from some of the players. And just stretch out those cramps. Defensive lineup on for Bandits. Tom Curtis with the pull, looking to make as much ground as he possibly can. Sheridan in the middle there pulling the shots about what the team play is at this point. Desperate to make that break, score upwind. It's going to be very hard for them pulling it back though, but they are desperate. But if they can, they will. Tom Curtis signaling is ready, getting that disc down there. Yeah, that's a decent pull. Good pull, good hang time. Time to get the defensive team down there. Centred by Finn. Across to Downey. Downey looking long, wasn't happening. Looking to get it back to Finn, not happening either. Ian coming back to help him. Finn's got it now though. Hamish, steady hands of Hamish coming back to help. And Ian. Moving that disc back slightly. That's Kent with the disc now. Downey with the disc. Oh, great D from Tom Curtis. He's very happy with that. Getting a hand to it. Up to Van Bergen. Van Bergen's holding that disc. He's not going to make any stuff ups now. Up to Sheridan. Sheridan's looking long, not happening. Centering that disc over to the middle. All the way across to Hamish Horan on the far side. Josh Van Bergen back in with those bright orange socks. Looking to get it back to Sheridan to control that move. 1-2 between Sheridan and Van Bergen. Sheridan faking that hammer, not happening. Sheridan faking this way and that way. Van Bergen looking to 1-2 back to Sheridan. High catch. Getting close to that end zone. Sheridan jams it into Theo Moore. That is the break that we're looking for. We being Bandits. That is the break that Bandits were looking for. That's the upwind point. That's the upwind break that they were looking for. That's 11-7. 11-7. 11-8. Oh, I beg your pardon. 11-8. That's even better. 11-8. Theo Moore being dragged off the field there after that spectacular catch in the end zone in the corner. I think he's suffering from a little bit of cramp in both hamstrings, it looks like. Teammates there helping him. Russell Sider practicing to be a physio, and Tane Rolfe, trainee physios there, working on Theo Moore. Suffering from a bit of cramp after that layout. So Bandits will have their tails up after that. They'll be looking to sort of get that disc right down to the other end and force the turnover as close to the end zone as they possibly can. 11-8 the score. Tom Curtis with his hand up, looking to get that disc down. Much easier to get that disc down there with the wind. Look at that great height he's got on that. Is that going to stay in? Is that going to stay in? Oh, just out the back. So that's a brick, they call it. Is the terminology. The Hammertron team can now take that disc 16 metres in from the end zone. So just a little bit too far that time. So Bandits looking to get a 3-2-3 zone on. You can see the three people marking the disc at the back. And there's two Hammertron handlers. We're working that nicely. That's Hamish working that disc up seamlessly. Back to Downey, another experienced player, working against that zone in conjunction with that Finn with the disc. So his number now, number 78. Yeah, that's Finn. So Finn, Downey, and looking to move that disc, and Hamish coming back to help. Ian coming back to help on the other side. Ian into Hamish. And Vega, number 8, working that disc just smoothly up the field. That is sensational play, working through that zone. That is experienced play. Back to Hamish. Nice goal from Hammertron. That was beautiful. That was a smooth goal. There's nothing fancy about it. Nothing fancy at all. They just moved that disc through the middle to score that goal upwind. I think that might be Bandits. They missed their chance there. Not so sure they should be using their zone. But never mind, they tried that, didn't work. They've now got to score upwind. So it will be interesting to see what Hammertron bring back now that roles have been reversed and Bandits need to play upwind. I would say that Hammertron will bring their zone out. So a zone is where you play not man on man, but you play for possession of the space. So your defenders will be looking after a particular space and will take any offensive player that moves into that space and try to stop them getting the disc. See if that's what they do. That's 11?
Yeah.
8? Sure? I thought it was 11 before.
No. I think it was. I just updated it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought it was 11-8 before, so it was 10-8 before. Okay, cool. Sorry, I haven't been keeping that in my head. Disc, yeah, that's a nice pull. Out the back, so it rolled out. So Jack didn't touch it. He can bring it all the way forward to the. He's not going to take it. In fact, Sheridan's going to take it. He can bring it. He can take it all the way because it rolled out the back. Didn't go out in a full. Sheridan can bring it all the way to the front of the end zone. Sheridan looking to reset, getting that disc up the line. Difficult catch, but it was out. Great defense by Lucas, actually. That he forced Ben to have to take that catch out. Looks like from here. Lucas up to here it is. Back to Lehigh. Lehigh with that disc, centering that back to Jaden. And on to Alex. Alex looking to fake that throw straight up the middle of the field, but unfortunately too low on that win. Back to Sheridan and Jack Doyle. Sheridan across to Ben. Actually, Ben Swanson dropped that one. Easy goal from the turnover by Alex. So 12-8. It's game point, so it's game to 13. Yes, we did get the score right. We. So 12-8. Cats. Sorry, Bandits looking to retain possession this time and score on the downwind point. Shadows creeping across the field. Hopefully they don't go too much longer, I don't think. Lucas Wilcott with the disc in the backfield, looking to wind up and do the pull. Oh, that was a bit of a miss throw. And, we've seen two of those now this game. So it puts them at a bit of a disadvantage. It shouldn't be too much of a problem to attack from here by the Bandits. Jack Doyle looking to jam that in. Quite go in, but it got to Angus Doyle. Back to Angus Horan. Turnover from Jack Doyle. And Sheridan easily caught that disc on the turnover and Siler to Sheridan. Ooh, that was a very quick, two turnovers there, in very quick succession. 12-9 the score. So Hammertron will just be quietly looking to retain possession on this point. Downwind point for them, and score and put this game away. So filming today by Vicky from the New Zealand Broadcasting School, who's based here in Christchurch. Some of the students have come out to help today with some great work on the camera, working those cameras. And there's been a few people in the crowd that have just randomly come along and done some commentary. Like myself today. A new career. Wanting to move up now into Sky Sport. Quite a different view when you're actually trying to pull the game. Aidan Brown looking to put the disc down there. Good pull, nice height, good hang time. Caught by number 90, that's Kent. Turnover, quick turnover by Bandits. Sheridan with the disc. Thrown away by Bandits. Then took that disc a little bit too far into the sideline. Hammertron with that disc. Aidan Brown going to compete against Hamish. It's probably a 20-year age difference there. Experience anyway. Downey across to Vaughan. Vaughan to Finn. Ian. Blue Boots Ian, call him. Back to Finn. Finn looking to score, not happening. Looking down the line to Ian. Ian looking to score now. No, not happening down that line. Back to Downey. Downey catching it in the air. Downey back to Ian. Centering in a strong position in the middle of the field. Didn't quite reach that disc. Just pushing it a little bit too far for his cutter. So Bandits with another opportunity to pull back a long way. They've got all the field, all 64 metres of the field to score. So they've got to make it a long way into that wind. Theo across to Tom Curtis. Across to Van Bergen. Van Bergen to Irwin. Irwin up the line to Van Bergen. With movement to Aidan Brown, who's putting that disc down there confidently to Ollie Swanson. That was a great put into that win by Aidan Brown. Surely he must be a New Zealand representative. Picked up off the ground by Theo. Theo injured now. I think he's just got a cramp again. Spectacular catch again. That's the second spectacular catch he's got and come off with cramp. Jack Doyle coming in to get that disc. White able to also substitute if they want to. He's choosing not to. Jack Doyle now in possession of the disc. In attacking position here, very close to the end zone. Puts a blade in, up to score. A backhanded blade, pretty rough throw, but caught by Van Bergen. That's a great upwind point. 12-10. back to a 2-point margin. Valley Cats would be very... Oh, Valley Cats, sorry. Sorry, not Panda, not Valley Cats. Bandits! Bandits is their name. 12-10. The Bandits looking good. They'll be looking to take advantage of this and score downwind now, or force the turnover and score that downwind point. You might remember, we'll see if they listen to me. We'll see what sort of defensive look they came out with. The zone look that they came out with last time wasn't that successful. Or you could say that Hammertron just played it so magnificently against that zone. So I'll be interested to see if Bandits do actually play that zone again, or if they move to a man defense. Any clues, Robert, about what they're going to do? Robert can't hear us. Trying to get calls from the sideline to get some intelligence about what's happening. Jack Doyle looking to do a roller. Oh yes, didn't touch it though. I don't think he did. So he touched it, he'll take it from the back. He didn't touch it and it rolled out. He take it from the front of the end zone. Looks like they're setting up at the front of the end zone, so he didn't touch it. Looks like they've got a man on defense. So they listened to me. Hamish though, cool, calm, collected. Hamish bringing that disc up to the front of the end zone. Marked by another Hamish. Out to Downey. Downey back to Hamish. Looking to play it to crossing the sideline, not happening. Back to Downey. Played a lot together. Oh, miscommunication. Intercepted by Doyle. Doyle knocked it down out of the way. Hamish Horan stealing that disc back to Sheridan. Sheridan looking to play it into Ollie Swanson. That's what they were looking for. 12-11. They have pulled it back. Sheridan into Swanson, pulling that goal in. It's exactly what they're looking for. They've got their tails up now, Bandits. 12-11. They'll be very happy. They do actually have to put the pressure on now. Of course, it's all Hammertrons to lose. They are playing with the wind and they are getting receiving possession. So the cool heads of Hamish and Downey and Ian, are we looking to cool it down a bit and just retain possession and score that goal downwind? They won't be looking for anything fancy. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll be just looking to put it long. Who knows? Let's see what they come out with. Trusting the disc, the pull back to Aidan Brown again to do that pull. Getting a lot of practice today on that pull. Strong line-up, always a strong line-up in both teams. Aidan Brown signaling is ready. Oh, great pull. Look at that hang time. Making good progress down that field. Hang time enables the defence to set up down there. They were looking for a fast throw. Is Downey going to get it? I don't think he is. That is another turnover. They looked for that fast break. They didn't get the obviously didn't catch it. I'm too nervous now, I can't call it. Bandits now got to work it 64 metres up that field to score for a universe point possibility. Irwin with the disc. Lots of pressure. That score count must be getting up. Fantastic run through D by Ian. But foul called by Tom Curtis. I'm not sure if it's contested or not. 16, Ian, run through D. Some discussion going on there. High pressure moment. Ian's asking for the perspective of the other players in his team. Hamish chipping in with what he saw. Tom Curtis still saying it was a foul. No resolution yet. Tom thinks he got it. And he thinks obviously that Ian ran through and pushed him out of the way. I couldn't possibly say what happened with both my eyes open. Still under discussion. Called in words from the captain. So captain contested. So contested foul, that means the offensive team retain possession. I think it goes back to the previous thrower. Back to Irwin maybe. Yeah, there we go, back to Irwin. So Bandits retain possession after contested foul. So two players couldn't agree, so that means it's contested. And what happens in that occasion, it just goes back to the previous player. Irwin back to Sheridan, back in their own end zone now. Oh, a turnover, a costly turnover from Bandits in their own end zone. Oh yes, he caught it in the end zone. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, I think that's game. I think they called it game. There's some discussion going on over there, but that's, yeah, they called it in. That's game. Deserved winning to Hammertron. They pulled away early, consolidated their lead over the middle sections of the game. Bandits tried to pull it back and they did some good play towards the end of the game, but it wasn't quite enough. Final score 13-11. And there's the hooter for the Timecat. Great game. So it's thank you to Vicky today, and it's thank you to Mike and the words. And it's thank you to Canterbury Ultimate for putting on such a great event, pulling the event out of the hat with managing to successfully have an event set up in COVID restrictions, and then changing, going with the change in COVID rules over the last 2 days, and putting on a great event. Well done, Canterbury Ultimate. Thank you. Thanks.